Amanda. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Hope you're having an awesome day. Thanks for taking some time every day to hang out with me. Today's video, we have the Slay Glam box unboxing for October 2020. I will leave my Slay Glam playlist to watch previous unboxings, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and give this video a like. Let's get unboxing. Slay Glam box is $25 a month. You get 5 to 7 full-size items, and each box retails for over $100. Looks like for October, they don't have their typical packaging. It looks like a little pink purse with all the products inside, but at least everything is nice and bubble wrapped. And for October, we got 5 products. The first product is by the brand Maura. This is the Glow and Gleam Shadow Palette. I think they used to put cards in their box, but we did not get one for October to tell us the retail prices. Ooh, I like the packaging of this palette. I think it's very cute. And this is what the inside looks like. At first, this palette reminded me of how the Moroccan palette by Fenty Beauty is laid out, with the square pans at a slant to be more of a diamond shape. And I'm starting to realize, oh, it's supposed to follow like this butterfly pattern. I'm not familiar with this brand at all, and I definitely want to do some swatches to get an idea of the formula. Right off the bat, I am shook. Deep shades like that, I would expect to be a little bit more patchy on the swatch, but for the most part, there's pigment all the way through, and it's a super bold shade, perfect for the fall. So right off the bat, I'm shook and more intrigued how the rest of the palette's gonna pan out. This shimmer right here almost feels wet, and I think it's going to be a shade that you need to apply using your finger than a brush. Reminds me of some of the shades that have been in some of the most recent ColourPop palettes. It reminds me of the shade that I used in my IPSY try-on in the Garden Variety palette, where I had to just apply it with my finger than a brush, just because like the brush doesn't pick up wet shades like this that well. Again, this gold shade had that wet feeling to it as well. I'm obsessed with these shimmers. They almost feel and look, they're more foiled or metallic. Hardest part about swatching this palette, since there are no names, is to make sure that I get every single shade. And this is the entire palette swatched. Overall, I think this palette swatched fantastically, especially for not being familiar with this brand. It definitely caught my attention, and I'm curious to see what other eyeshadow palettes that they might have. And I'm hoping that the swatches do not deceive me when I do apply it on my eye, when I have primer and using a brush to blend out, whereas this was just taking my finger and swiping on my bare arm. But it definitely seems promising. I'm just obsessed right here with these shimmers. They are just so gorgeous, and I hope that they are just beaming on the eyes. I think that this palette is pretty cohesive. It definitely pulls a lot more warm on the more neutral side, but the formula alone has me intrigued that I'm glad that I did end up swatching it, even though I probably have a similar color story or already own all these colors from other different palettes in my collection. Possibly could see some staining in our future too. Next, by the brand Kalyn, we have the flat blending brush. This brush feels super bougie, and it has a little bit of weight to it. I am obsessed with the Sigma blending brush, so I want to see how this will compare to it, especially when I need to fluff out the edges in the crease. Being the chemist that I am, I want to do like a head-to-head comparison of using the Sigma brush on one eye and the Kalyn brush on the other, just to see how it blends out. This brush is super soft and does have some density to it, so it feels very promising, and it'd be fun to use this brush with the palette that we just got, just to see how everything blends out. So we got a lot of products by Kalyn. Third product by Kalyn. This is the Star Wave Metallic Tint. So I guess it's a matte metallic tint. It's a very pretty shade, and there's only a 7 on the bottom, so I wonder if each shade is just a different number. You used to see Kalyn a lot in IPSY, especially in the glam bag. And I think the only product from the brand Kalyn that I've tried is a gel eyeliner and a blush, maybe. But we seem to see this brand a lot in Slay Glam. I just either pass those products on to friends or giveaways, so I'm actually really excited to give some of these a shot. This is what the shade 7 looks like. Ooh, that's fun. Oh, I love that it goes more purple than almost pink that it looks like. And this is the shade 7 swatched. The formula reminds me a lot of the Gerard Cosmetics formula. It's a little bit more thicker and moussey, but it dries down really nice and matte. It is taking this a little bit longer to dry down on my hand, but I'm very curious to see how this is going to show up on the lips. I expected it to swatch a little bit more magenta, but it swatched a lot more purple, which excites me. But I might be biased because I'm just a sucker for purples. Might even pair well nice with the palette. Next, by Storm Treatment Cosmetics, we got the Metallics Lip and Eyeliner. Interesting. Oh wow. I don't even know where I would use this. The shade we received is Cosmos. And this is the shade Cosmos Swatched. I definitely don't see this being used as a lip liner, but maybe as an eyeliner, it could be cute. I think for me, I just have to branch out and just not use black on my waterline. That's just been my go-to ever since I was 14. So we'll see. Maybe I'll feel bold and adventurous trying this in a different eye look. And then the fifth product is also by Kalyn. We got a loose glitter, and this is in the shade Moonrise. I do get annoyed when we receive glitter, but then I realize that some of my looks actually call for glitter, and it's very appropriate, like Euphoria glitter tears, and then my goddess look I use glitter as well. So this might be something I actually do hang on to in the event that I need glitter for another look. I almost wish that this was gold because I see gold or silver glitter being very versatile for looks, whereas this pulls a little bit more brown and copper. So we'll see how that works out. Worst case scenario, just take some Mod Podge, make a craft, because I do enjoy my fair share of crafting. So overall for October, I don't think it was a bad box. I think the only product that really stands out to me is the eyeshadow palette. I wish that this was maybe not as eye heavy. I definitely think that maybe throwing in either skincare or a face product like blush, bronzer, or highlighter would have been a little bit more exciting in this box, because we received the eyeshadow palette, an eyeliner, a brush, glitter. It just seems like eye overkill at that point. And then I do have to give it to the liquid lipstick. It definitely took me by surprise. It was something that maybe I had a little bit lower expectations for, but based off the swatch, it definitely changed my mind and has me curious to see how it will look on my lips. I would love to know if you guys get Slay Glam box. Did you guys get the same variation as me, or did you get a different palette color story, different eyeliner shade, glitter shade, lip shade, different brush? Definitely let me know in the comments. And if you have already used some of these products or previously owned them, how did everything work out for you? What are some good tips and tricks to making some of these products work? And are you excited for November's box? I believe they teased the palette that's going to be featured. It looks very pretty and promising. And I'm hoping that the other products that are going to be in the box will complement it well. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And if you don't, I appreciate your view anyways, and I'll see you in the next video.